Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? How have you guys been? How was your Valentine? Hope you guys had fun. Hope you went out and took your loved ones out. So for our old subscribers, welcome back. It's always amazing having you guys back on the channel. And for the new subscribers, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for joining the family. We are the Youthfulers, and I'm Audra. I'll be recording this video alone today because Stevie is holding down the fort with the boys because the boys are being the boys. So yes, basically that is just it. So today's video I'll be talking about delivery in Poland as childbirth in Poland. For those of you that don't know and are new to this channel or haven't seen the video, I had a baby recently in Poland about 7 months ago, and a couple of people wanted to know what it's like giving birth in Poland, the cost, and if the baby actually gets citizenship. So get your pen and paper as usual, sit back and let's get to it. Yes, guys, childbirth in Poland, just like every other country, is the same. Amazing service. The midwives are amazing. The doctors are amazing. So basically, this video is more for foreigners because the Poles basically know what to do. So this video is mostly for foreigners that want one is just being silly. Mostly for foreigners and all that. This is mostly for foreigners and all that. So if you want to have a baby here in Poland, if you're coming into Poland to have your baby, you need to already have your travel document, meaning that when you're going to the embassy to get your visa, it's going to be based on medical reasons. So you're going to have a letter from your doctor in your country that will actually state that you're coming to Poland to have your baby due to, I don't know, complications or whatever the reason is, but you definitely need a doctor's report that you take to the embassy in order for you to get a medical visa or while you're coming to Poland. There are a couple of cities in Poland, but I would advise, if you can, have your baby in Warsaw because the chances of you having an English speaking doctor, midwife and nurse is actually like way higher than in other cities in Poland. And if you're going to have your baby in Warsaw, I would recommend like two hospitals that I am really sure of, and that would be said Sofia Żelazna and Madaliskiego. Yes, oh, I got it right. I always have a problem calling that. So I'm just gonna put their names down in the description button and you see them scrolling on the screen and all the. Now, what people will really want to know: how much does it cost to have a baby in Poland? For you to have a baby in Poland is going to cost you from about 3,000 for vaginal birth. So that's if you're having your baby in one of the public hospitals. Now, if you're having your baby in a private hospital, it differs. Before I had Zane, I had some research done, and when I asked in private hospitals, it was from about 7,000 and above. Yes, 7,000 zloty for private hospitals. So now back to public hospital, because I want you to have your baby. Having your baby in a public hospital and having your baby in a private hospital, actually, trust me, the health system is really good. And when it comes to mother and child care, they are really top notch here in Poland. They take mother and child care really serious. So you can always have your baby in a public hospital. As I said, I'll recommend these two hospitals that I mentioned earlier. You can have your baby in St. Sophia. That was where I had Zane, and oh my god, I'm not someone that really gives rating that easily, and I would rate them any day 5-star. So yeah, as I said, vaginal birth is from like 3,000 zloty and above, and for cesarean section, depending on the hospital, but budget from like 7,000 zloty and above. Now this is the catch, guys. If you're living in Poland and you're a foreigner in Poland and you're paying your taxes, you have NFZ, child delivery is actually free. Yes, it is free, even though you're a foreigner, as long as you have insurance and you have NFZ insurance. It is free, not private insurance. NFZ insurance, that is the government insurance. It is free for you to have your baby. Now, all you need to do when you're going to deliver is to ensure that your insurance is up to date, and you take it to the hospital. You have a paper to show for it. Take it to the hospital with you and you show them, and you have your baby for free. But in a case where you don't have insurance, even though, or you have insurance but it's not up to date and you don't have it with you, you will have to pay a fee. Like as I said, I'm going to come back to Sophia where I had my baby. When I got there, Stevie and I had not updated our insurance, our NFZ insurance in the system as when I had Zane. And so when we got to the hospital, the receptionist had to tell us like if we don't have the documents ready by noon the next day, then I'll have to pay a fee of 5,000. And I had the vaginal birth. Yes, guys, 5,000 zloty, and this is me with insurance. But if I don't have my insurance papers ready by 12 noon of the next day, they give you 24 hours to ensure that you have your documents ready. So by noon of the next day, you have to have your insurance paper ready and everything is complete, or else you get to pay the fee of 5,000. Now to citizenship. Okay, guys, so like in most European countries, no, you don't, your child doesn't get citizenship once you come and give birth in Poland. I'm sorry, this is not the US, this is not Canada. I am really sorry about that. Your child doesn't get the status of a citizen once you deliver in Poland. For foreigners that are living in Poland or any of the EU countries, but as I said, I'm talking about Poland, your child gets the status of the parent. That is to say, if you have a temporary residency permit here, and or when you deliver, your child gets the temporary residency for the time that you have on your card. If you have a permanent residency, the same thing. Now, in a case where both parents, like one has a temporary residency and one has a permanent residency, you have to tell the hospital which of the status of the parents, which of the parents' status you want, if that's of the father or that of the mother, depending on who has it. So I'll advise you, if any of your spouse has permanent residency, kindly use the one that has permanent residence, because the chances of the child getting a passport, getting the citizenship right, will be way faster. Because once you have your permanent residency, you know that you're just one step away to becoming a citizen of that country. Now, if you are a spouse of an EU citizen, be it from any country, or you just have to let them know that okay, my husband or my wife is from one of the member states and this is it, and I want the child to have the status of my partner. And if you are not even Pole and you're not Polish, you're foreigner from maybe the US, any country at all, and you want your child to have the citizenship of that country, then automatically what you do is you just ensure that you tell them, you find them in the hospital, you give them all the necessary documents to show this is the citizenship that you want your child to have. We have friends, Americans, and when they had their babies here, that's all they had to do. I tell them, put out their documents, and this is it. We want our child to actually have our citizenship. So on the child's birth certificate is going to be there like where parents are from, and they will put it there that the parents are from the US and the child is going to have the citizenship of the US. So in our case, we're having Zane, because Steve is Polish, what we did was when I had Zane, and because when you go to the hospital, it's actually everything about the newborn is of the mother, from the name tag, everything is all about the mom. So we had to just tell them, they're like, okay, no, I want this child, because I had to go with my ID card, and on my ID card, of course, it's going to read I'm Nigerian and all that. That no, we don't want the citizenship to be of Nigeria on his birth certificate to be a Polish citizen. That way we're able to get his passport and his passport on time. And when we get to Nigeria, we're going to get him a Nigerian passport as well. So guys, that is it. If you have any more questions to ask about childbirth and all you need to know about getting your citizenship in Poland, kindly let me know in the comment section and I will get to it. Bye.